it moved me. Listen, our next guest is problematic, to say the least. If you are hungry or thirsty, need to use the restroom, have a photo op, or want to take a nap, now is probably the best time to do that, because it's my turn. That's me. This is awkward because usually someone else does this part. Like Rich or Rob. But I did it this time, and so please welcome Jason Mans. How's everybody doing? It's lovely to be here in what I would call the greatest state in the Union, Virginia. I'm a Virginian myself. I live about 75 miles south of here, in a place called Bowling Green. You're not from there, because I'd know you if you were, because there's only about 1,000 of us. But it's fun. It's fun to drive to a con, because I don't have to check any bags. I'm only here for 2 days, but I brought 17 suitcases because I could. I had all of the bellhops help. It was fun. So this is it's a little bit of a concert. It's a little bit of a Q&A. I call it a quancert. If you laughed at that, we're going to get along real well. If you have any questions or suggestions or curiosities, please feel free to head up to the mic. Otherwise, I'll play a couple tunes and tell a couple stories. Perhaps a joke or two. You never know. Do you have a question? Okay. Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
My question was, what is your best studio memory with Jensen when making music with him?
So many to choose from. I'll give you two. One was when we were trying to decide what song to sing. What song he was going to do on the album. This was the first Covers with Friends album. We had gone through a bunch of different stuff. We kind of said, maybe this one, maybe that one. And I was like, let's just not think about it too much. Let's just chill. Let's just jam, play some tunes. And we played a couple songs, and then he played Simple Man. And I was like, well, why are we debating? That's obviously the song. That was awesome. It's apropos, it would fit the show. Fans would love it. They sound great. Done. And that process of picking the song was replicated in recording the song, because it's just a really simple production. You know, we didn't do a whole lot of bells and whistles. It just kind of worked as it stood. So that's that one. And then, funny enough, when we were recording that song, we did a little scratch tape, and then I did the guitars, and then we went in for vocals. And at that time, the schedule was pretty tight, so we actually recorded those vocals on set. I flew up to Vancouver, and Don, one of the sound guys, had a truck that he used for like ADR and you know, kind of voiceover stuff on set. And he kindly said, yeah, I'll record some vocals. And so we went in to record it, and we started rolling, and then the the trailer was kind of vibrating a little bit. And Dom was like, hold on a second. We've got some interference. And it was Baby. They were parking her beside the trailer. And it was such a distinctive rumble that I left it in the tape. So at the beginning of Simple Man, if you turn it up kind of loud before the music comes in, you can hear the engine from set while they were parking it, which is kind of fun. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for the question. Can I get some guitar and sound? Or not. That's not just me, right? Y'all don't hear that, do you? Well, I mean, you can hear it, but it's not loud. Hi.
Hi.
All right. Well, I'm sorry. That's my fault. Someone from the crowd yelled out, "Tell a joke." May I? Okay. Some of these are thinkers. Okay. You gotta get ready. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Hula.
Hula hoop.
Thank you so much. Did you have a question?
Yeah, that was so ridiculous. So I know that Jensen and Jared are known for like pranks. Have you ever participated in any, and/or do you have one that they played on you?
Yes. Next question. No, there was a prank that involved Richard and Jensen and Jared, and you'll have to get them to tell you the story. I feel like I know, but it happened on set. I like hanging out on set, and if I start telling secrets about set, I'm not allowed to hang out on set anymore. Yeah, but they aren't. No, I'm actually teasing and making it sound like there was top secret shenanigans, but I don't really remember the details. I remember that it was the best prank of all time, and that you will be shocked and amazed when you hear the story. But that's all I remember, strangely, at this point. I appreciate the question so much. Getting after it here. Okay. Sure. Do you have a question?
I do.
I'd be happy to answer it.
Great.
I've got nothing else to do right now.
Hi, my name's Jackie.
Hi.
And I just want to say that I love the Rome album. It was great.
Oh, thank you.
I have it on repeat, especially Bella Villa Ciao. I love that song.
Which one?
The first one, Bella.
Oh, fun.
Yeah,
That's
it's
fun.
just such a great song to like rock out when you're driving down the road. My question has to do with the Christmas album.
I don't know what to do with my hands now.
I understand. You can do this. It works. Anyway, my question's about the Christmas album that didn't get made.
Yes.
And are you anticipating that it's going to get made?
Maybe. So, how many of y'all are brand new to this shindig? Okay. That's a fairly significant portion of people in the room. If you have at some point today leaned over to someone beside you and said, "Who's that guy?" My name's Jason Mans, and I'm a singer and songwriter, and I had a tiny bit of music on the show, and they invite me to play music at these shindigs, and I always say yes because it's a really fun crowd, and it's a really fun group of guys that I get to work with, so it's a pretty sweet gig, and I mean, I think it's pretty common knowledge that if you have 15 to 20 seconds of a song on a show, you get to play conventions for that show for 15 years. It's a little known Hollywood fact. And so I was around and I was playing music, and one by one I would discover that these people that they cast on this television show are all amazing singers and musicians and songwriters. And so we would jam a little bit, we'd play some stuff, and then one time I just called a bunch of guys and I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna do a real fun Christmas album, super laid back. I'm gonna record it in my living room for fun. Do you want to sing a Christmas song?" And to my surprise, they all said yes. And so Jensen and Jared and Misha and Rob and Rich and Julie and Matt, his wife, and more people sang on this Christmas album. It was a blast. It was so fun. And then it went really well, and people really liked it. And then I was like, I should probably do that not in my living room next time. So we did a covers album of regular songs in the studio, and I produced it. We did the whole shebang. And we've done a few of those now. So over the pandemic, I had a bunch of stuff kind of geared up and ready to go. But obviously I couldn't fly anywhere, and no one could go to the studio. So we did Quarantunes, and that album features only people who can record vocals in their home. So that's what happened on that one. And then just recently I came out with a live album, which was recorded in Rome a couple years ago, pre-pandemic. And I feel like somewhere a long time ago, there was a question that led me down this road. And I don't remember what that question was. What was it?
The Christmas album.
Yes, Christmas album. So that's what happened. I had the idea when I was in Virginia that I should do another Christmas album. But the pandemic did not, they tricked us, right? At Boomerang, they were like, "Oh, you're done, you're free, just kidding, go back home." And it was in that moment that I was like, we need to do something. So instead of doing the Christmas album, I did the live album because I already had the recordings from the concert in Rome. So my Christmas album features no Christmas songs, but a bunch of live songs from the stage in Italy. And I may someday do another Christmas album, because I do love me some Christmas, but I don't have plans to do that per se just yet, because I've been a little busy with other things. That's the longest answer I have ever given to any question in my entire life. Thank you for the question. Can you all hear that?
Yeah.
Hi. How are you?
I am well.
Good.
Isn't it nice to be able to drive to a place? I mean,
It's so nice.
To Jersey, we even brought a toaster up.
Oh my gosh. You're like, do I need it? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Pack it. How much does it weigh? I don't care. Yeah. Was that your question?
Yes.
I love that.
Will we ever get a tour or a record from Quattro Formaggio or Cinque Formaggio if you had to like?
Well, there were a couple Quattro Formaggio tracks on the Live in Rome album. So the band officially exists now, which is fun. So sometimes when we're overseas in the midst of these, you know, crazy shows, a bunch of us will just get up and sing something. So me and Rob and Rich and Jensen had a few songs that we sang together, and we jokingly called ourselves Quattro Formaggio, which is incorrect Italian for the 4 cheese. And, but it works. So that's what she was asking about, if we would ever do an album. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it'd be super fun. Those guys are a little busy right now, but it would be fun. Does anybody, hi, how are you?
Hi, Jason, I'm good. I have a request.
Okay.
But instead of asking for my favorite, I would like you to play your favorite.
Ooh. All right. My favorite ever or my favorite right now?
Ever.
So tough.
When the night is come, land is dark, and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid, no, I won't be afraid, just as long you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Ooh, stand now. Stand by me. If the sky will fall, tumble and fall, or the mountain should crumble to the sea. I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Ooh, stand now. Stand by me. If ever you're in trouble, won't you stand by me? Oh, stand by me. Stand by me.
Thank you for the request. I feel like that song is perfect. It's just a perfect tune. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm pretty good.
My question is, what is the first song you ever learned how to play on guitar?
Good question. I'm going to ask you a clarifying question. The first song I ever learned completely or the first song?
Completely.
I don't know. I feel like it's the same for most guitar players. You learn that. You learn. Sorry, no stairway. 7 people got that. You learn a bunch of little snippets that your buddies show you, and then at some point you're like, I need to learn the whole thing. And that happened probably 5 years after I learned the snippets. So I don't know exactly which one I learned completely. Are you a guitar player yourself?
No, I play drums.
What's that?
I play drums.
I very much would like to invite you to play Norton's drum set, but he'd be very mad at me. But I'll work on it. I'll work on it. I'll see. And I'm kidding. I don't know that he would be upset or not upset. He'd probably be fine with it. But I don't want to give somebody permission until I know it's okay. But what's your name?
Drake.
What is it?
Drake.
Frank?
Drake.
Drake is a much better name for a drummer. Well, Drake, it's nice meeting you. Keep playing. I can promise you that you're better at the drums than I am. And I look forward to seeing you play. Thank you, buddy. All right, I'm gonna play a couple more tunes.
Keeps a hand on the gun. You can't trust anyone. And I was so sure what I needed was more. Tried to shoot out the sun. Days when we raged, we blew off the pain. So 10 years was done. I made it through. Somebody knew I was meant for someone. So girl, leave your boots by the bed. We ain't leaving this room. Someone needs medical help or the magnolias bloom. It's cold in this house and I ain't going out to childhood. So cover me up. I know you're enough to use me for good. Fake to the test when I tore off your dress and reached me your high. And I sobered up, yeah, I swore off that stuff forever this time. Neon lovers scene, I thought it'd be me. Help to get home. Home was a place, one that I'd never seen till you came along. So girl, hang your dress up to dry. We ain't leaving this room. To pass the breeze, break open wide and the river runs through. It's cold in this house and I ain't going out. Cover me up, know you're enough. Use me for good. So God, leave your books by the bed. We ain't leaving this room. Someone needs medical help, or the magnolias bloom. It's cold in this house, and I ain't going out. Chocolate. So cover me up, know you're enough to use me for good. You cover me up, know you're enough to use me for good. You cover me up, know you're enough to use me for good.
Hi.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
So big station breaks again, and I was just
Oh.
wondering, are there any plans for the future for station breaks?
See, you use that word. We don't use that word. Plans. You know, stuff happens, things transpire. Plan would indicate that there was a preconceived notion of it happening with some advanced warning. No, there are no. We have discussions, we have chats. We say, wouldn't this be cool? How about if we did this? But no. I feel like the pandemic made the record scratch on a billion projects going on everywhere. And then the records are starting to play one by one in different spots. And the Station Breaks was always a really, really fun project, but it was a station break. It was a commercial break. It was a fun side project for a bunch of guys that are really busy doing stuff. And it's still that. It still exists, but you know, everybody's got new and various sundry other side projects, myself included. And so we'll see. We have new songs that we recorded before the pandemic, and we have said probably 47 times we should do something with them. And we had that conversation all the time, and it'll happen. I don't know what the timing will be, and I don't know what it'll look like, but I really got you no closer to an answer to your question, but you're more familiar with the landscape now, so I hope that helps. Thank you for the question. The Station Breaks is a little side project that Billy and Rob and myself started a few years back, recorded an album called The Station Breaks by the band that we called The Station Breaks. There weren't any songs called Station Breaks, but I felt like it was a missed opportunity. But, anyway. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Pretty good.
Just want to say, fellow Virginian, mathematics.
Hey, yeah. Welcome, Virginian.
Yeah. I was just wondering if you could sing Cold by Chris Stapleton, if you know it.
No.
No? Okay.
Cold?
Yeah.
No.
No? Okay.
No, thank you for the request. I love Stapleton, and I love all of his songs. I've learned a few because I had to, because we were singing them. But generally speaking, I try to leave someone like that to sing his own songs. I think he's got one of the best voices.
If you want to try any of his songs, you can.
I may. I think I've done a couple at some point or another. But he's one of those guys you just listen to it and you're like, yeah, that's done. That's been done. He nailed it. But it's a good song. Thank you for the request.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi, Jason.
Hi.
So, first ever convention, so, hi.
Oh, welcome.
You're the first person ever asking a question to.
Oh my goodness, you couldn't have picked a worse one. Well,
I'm not
reserve
touching
your,
that on a microphone.
well, reserve your judgment till after I've answered or not answered your question.
We can discuss that later behind closed
All
doors.
right.
So, when you and Jensen were filming in his living room for Standing, for the Christmas episode, or whatever you want to call it, concert, what was your favorite part during all of that?
For the Christmas one?
Yes.
So the Christmas we recorded most of in my living room. For Jensen's vocals, we went to the set to record in the soundtrack. And a previous question said something about plans. And it's always funny to make them or to not make them and then see what happens. So in this particular instance, I had a bunch of songs that I had recorded the music to, and I went up and I was like, Jay, this is what I got, you know, pick which one you like. And we were on the way to the truck to record vocals. And Jared walked out and he was like, what are y'all doing? And Jay was like, I'm gonna go record vocals for this Christmas thing. And he was like, oh, that's cool. Do you wanna come? And he was like, yeah. I was like, do you wanna sing something? He was like, sure. And I was like, okay. And that's how Jared wound up on the Christmas album. I mean, I had kind of mentioned it to him previous, and he was like, yeah, maybe, yeah, you know, possibly. But just at that point, in that moment, I was like, do you want to? And he was like, sure. So then I literally played all of the songs that I had previously recorded. And he was like, oh, I like that song, I like singing that song. And I was like, well, then it's yours, let's do it. So, I don't know. What's that?
You know we had to third wheel it.
Well, I forced him into that, you know, but no, it was fun. It was very laid back, you know what I mean? It was very relaxed, and I at that point really believed that it was just for fun. So, yeah, that was one of my favorite parts. Thank you. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Pretty good.
I don't really have a question, but I have a request to cry.
Say that again, sorry?
I don't have a question, but if you can you sing Cry?
Cry?
I think it's not the full thing, or what's the, shoot, I should know this because I had like acapella music.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I think I know the song that you mean. I will give it a shot.
Thank you.
It may or may not be the song that you're requesting.
Okay, I'm sure
But it has the word cry in it.
I'm blanking out right now, but yes.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. I'll play something.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Does that sound familiar?
Yes.
I'm so glad you didn't say no.
When your baby leaves you alone and nobody calls you on the phone, Don't you feel like crying? Don't you feel like crying? Here I am, my leg. Come on, cry. When you're all alone in your lonely room, and there's nothing smell of your perfume. Don't you feel like crying? Don't you feel like crying? Here I am, lonely. Come on, cry. Oh, nothing sad clouds a while. Loneliness is such a waste of time. Oh yeah, you don't have time to be alone. Oh, you see, so come on and take my hand, walk with me. When you're waiting for a voice to come in the night, there's no one. Don't you feel like crying? Don't you feel like crying? Here I am, honey. Come on, cry to me. Don't you feel like crying? Cry, 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 cry to me.
Was that was the one? I was waiting for you to go back and they'll be like, no, I'm sorry. No, that's not the right. Hi,
Hi.
how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good, a little sweaty now, but what can you do?
What really got you into music? Like, what got you on stage and to sing?
Supernatural conventions. I don't know, I was a sports guy all the way through high school, and then I went to college and I tried to play basketball, and the coach at William & Mary was like, no thanks. And so I was like, what do you do if you don't have practice? If you don't have a 10-hour-a-week side gig with somebody yelling at you to run faster, I don't know what to do with all that time. And I saw a sign as I was walking back to my dorm room that said, hey, if you like to travel and you like to sing, join this a cappella group. And I was like, well, I like to travel. That's fun. I think I can sing a little bit. Maybe just be a bass or something. That was not, thank you so much. That was not expected. I should remember to pause at that moment in the story in the future. No, stop. No. Wow, that works. I am learning so much right now. I was like, yeah, I don't know. I think I tried to audition for this group. I got in, I sang for the whole time I was there, and I learned a ton about music and vocals and blending and harmony and all that kind of stuff. And that was kind of my musical education. There you have it. Thank you for the question. Hi guys. Hi Jason. How are you? Good.
How did it go?
It was good. It's a fun crowd.
All right.
Virginia folk, you know what I mean?
I
Just out of curiosity, how many of you are actually from Virginia? I like it. You're my faves. What are we doing now?
It's the intermission.
What's happening here, Mike?
It's the intermission.
It's the intermission after this.
All right. Well, listen, guys. There comes a time during every day where we say it's time for you to take some time, some me time, or some spouse time, or some friend time, or some food time, or some bathroom time. You get the idea. We call it an intermission, and that time is now. Thank you for hanging out with me. I've enjoyed it. These guys have merch at their table. It's out in that room. I have some too, if you're curious. We'll see you back here pretty soon. Thank you, guys.